Welcome, everyone. It's so good to see everyone from so many different places all over the country. And I know it's snowy some places and warm in others, but we're going to create a space for ourselves today, a healing and self-care space. I'm going to spotlight my video so you'll be able to see some of the asana that I'm doing a little clearly on the mat. You can see my chakra behind me. We're going to do a chakra balancing in a few moments as well, and I'm also going to be using a chair today for some of you who need some modifications. But good morning, everyone. Welcome. I'm Lisa Levine. Welcome to Yoga Shalom at Home. This is a weekly practice every Monday at 11. You can find me here doing some sort of yoga, Jewish yoga or spiritual yoga. Today is a really special day because I'm premiering 13 new songs that I've written myself right here on my Mac. It's called Sound of Your Soul. And it's just a labor of love. I didn't know anything about recording myself when this pandemic hit, but I've taught myself how to do it, which just goes to prove that you can do anything that you set your mind to. And that's what yoga is all about, making that union, those connections in mind, body, spirit. So today, Sound of Your Soul is 13 songs. And once I start this track, we're going to track through our yoga practice. I created these songs because I couldn't find enough Jewish yoga music that I could use in my own practice. It's been 10 years since I wrote Yoga Shalom, which has a DVD and a CD as part of it. Today, so much technology has enabled me to put most of these practices on YouTube and use Spotify for all my playlists. But I thought it was time to write some new music. So I've created, most of it is new, a couple of songs I've adapted from other projects and then re-recorded. I want to shout out to Don Godwin, who helped me to mix the CD, the digital tracks, and was really, we just finished it last night, so this is my very first time going through the whole thing. If there's any technical glitches, you'll excuse me. Maybe we have to stop, we'll have to restart, but I hope we can go through the whole thing. So this practice has 3 parts. We're going to start with some pranayama, very deep breathing practices, which is going to open up our spirit a little bit. I'm going to do a chakra balancing, and I'm going to start with the 7th chakra, sort of connected to the source. You'll hear me talk about this little white light, like a string connected to the source or to Ein Sof, we say. Ein Sof is a Kabbalistic term that means to connected with the eternal, or with that we can only imagine, that we can't know, the unknowable. And then we'll go down the chakras to our root chakra, which is our tailbone. And each chakra has a color, so I'll help you connect to those. And we're going to do some warm-ups for our upper body and our spine. We're really going to move slowly today. And again, the focus is the music and the prayer, so connect in with that. Next, we're going to do some standing asana, and I'll try to use the chair when I can to modify for those of you who want to practice in a chair today. You can either use your chair or your mat. You can just sit and listen if you wish. This is your practice. This is your time for your healing. Finally, we're going to end on the mat. We will do a gratitude, spinal flow, face down on the mat, tabletop, and do some moves. We will do some core strengthening practice, and then we will end with a few moments. Excuse me, can you mute? Finally, we'll end our practice on the mat with a moment of memory and then Shavasana. So those are the 3 parts of our practice. Our theme today is listen to the sound of your soul, or your inner voice, your inner whisperings, your wellspring, your inner sanctuary, your Mishkan. We call this our inner sanctuary, Mishkan Me'at, our personal holy place, our space. So it's time to unplug and plug in. I'm going to use some oil today because I've been a little bit nervous about this practice. I'm going to use some balance right now. A little bit of aromatherapy as we start, and make a little bit of heat with my hands. And then just give myself a little massage in the back of the neck. So let's do a body scan. Just begin with the crown of your head. Move down your body. Notice what's going on with you today. How are you feeling? Are you breathing deeply? Or are you barely breathing? Is the news of the day causing you anxiety? Notice where you're holding in any places that might be tight. And as we breathe through our practice today, send breath to those places. So invite your shoulders to relax. Invite the light of your heart to shine through. Invite that little white string to pull your spine taller. Invite your hands maybe into a mudra, chin mudra, and to settle onto the tops of your knees. Invite your tailbone into the ground. Ground yourself as you lift. And invite your awareness for the next moment or two to clearing your thoughts. Swallow in your throat. And as those niggly thoughts come into your head that are outside our bubble, outside our Mishkan, our healing place, just imagine them floating away like clouds. Untie all the knots and unwind all the places. And bring yourself into this mindfulness. And we'll start with a pranayama practice. Nashima Nashama. I'm going to use a blanket for my hips. Nashima, the breath. Nashama, our soul. Allow the music to enfold you. Bring your hands to your mudra on your knees. I think it's just a little bit loud. I'm going to turn it down a little tiny bit. There we go. Better? Okay. So drop your awareness, my friends, into your breath. Begin to expand this wellspring of love and self-awareness. Empty all the breath out of your body. And inhale through your nose. Lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs. And release all that air through your nose. Empty all the air once again. Inhale through your nose. Fill your lower belly. Fill your lower lungs. Fill your upper lungs as though you're filling a glass with water. And release that water, upper lungs, lower lungs, and belly. Inhale, lower belly, lower lungs, and upper lungs. Follow the sound of my voice. I'm going to lower this a little bit more. Perfect. Riding the waves of breath. Inhaling, lower belly, lower lungs. Open the love in your heart. Fill your cup with love. Release slowly. You can use Ujjayi breath, ocean breath. Empty all the breath completely. Empty. Inhale. Lower belly. Lower lungs. Upper lungs, and fill, sip the air into your throat. As you release anything you don't need. Continue to ride the waves of breath throughout our practice today. Emptying all the breath. Inhale, lower belly, lower lungs, upper lungs, and release. Very slowly, like a balloon being deflated. Squeeze all the air out. Squeeze. Nice deep inhale. I am blessed. I am home. And breathe normally. As we move into our light balancing chakra, envision that white string coming from the top of your head into the crown. Or Zawua, the light is sown into us. So imagine that white light coming into the top of your head as you inhale, nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, imagine that light melting down into your third eye, turning to purple, bringing wisdom, the light of wisdom into your being. Inhale. Keep your spine tall. And as you exhale, imagine that light coming down into your throat chakra. It's going to turn blue. This is the center of our speech, our kindness. We'll bring that kindness into your being, that balance of kindness. Nice big inhale again. And as you exhale, imagine that color fading down into your heart. Anahata is our heart chakra. It's green. The space for love. If you want to give yourself a little heart chakra massage, imagine that beautiful green light spreading throughout your body. Inhale once again. And as you exhale, imagine that light moving down into your solar plexus. It's yellow. Imagine it bringing balance into your organs, into your stomach, to your fire of activity. Take a nice deep inhale now. And imagine that light flowing down into your pubis, into your lower belly. It becomes orange, representing flexibility and all of the water and flow in our body. So imagining that orange light bringing flexibility and oxygenation into every cell. Nice deep inhale, that 3-part pranayama, and as you exhale, imagine the orange light becoming red all the way down to your tailbone, your roots, the foundation of your groundedness. For all that is you, it's your dharma. What are you meant to do? What is your calling? And imagine your dharma, your calling, going all the way up to your belly, to your solar plexus, to your heart, to your throat, to your third eye, beautiful wisdom and the light connecting all the way up to the source. And breathe normally and release for a moment and just stretch out your wrists if they're feeling a little bit stiff. We're going to begin to open our heart center. I'm going to switch which leg I have in front because I'm sitting on a blanket and I just feel like I need to do that. So if you need to do that now. We're going to begin a heart opening prayer. So let's inhale, roll your shoulders back, and as you exhale, look upward, draw your gaze to the heavens. Inhale, and now roll your shoulders forward and begin to round your back and look downward. You can imagine those chakras all the way down to your roots. Inhale, slowly roll your shoulders back, open your heart center. Inhale, you're really doing some deep breaths here, and as you exhale, deepen the C curve in your back and allow your back to release and look downward. Drop your chin to your chest. Good. Let's add our arms. Arms up and behind. Open my arms. If you're in a chair, you're doing this exactly the same way as we're doing it here on the mat. Arms up, inhale, and all the way down. If you can go down to the floor, that's fine. If you want to stay here, that's fine. Or if you can get your elbows, feel the release in your back and your left hip. Breathe. Inhale up. Both arms way up and behind. This time lean all the way back. Open your heart, open healing. Let go of anything you don't need. Inhale. All the way up. Gather that hope, that healing, and bring it all the way down. Release the back of your neck. Make sure you're not holding any tension there. Inhale up. This time let's leave our right arm up and bring our left hand down. Nice, easy side bend and opening the heart. Roll that right shoulder out as you inhale. And exhale, bring the left arm up. And breathe. Look up under that left arm and rotate the left shoulder out. Really feel a good stretch in the left side. If you can go down a little bit more. Inhale. Go a few times back and forth at your own pace. Feel your spine open and release. La 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 la. Back and forth, nice and easy. Meet me in center. Inhale, arms up. Press palms together. Anjali Mudra. Press them and bring them down to heart center. And give yourself a heart hug. La, la, la. If we were live together, we'd be chanting. La, 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 la. But feel free to chant with me. La, 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 la. In my heart, in my healing, open my spirit, make me whole. Betach libi, betach nafshi, betach. Inhale, arms all the way up. And forward. Release your spine all the way down to the earth. Release your neck. Say a blessing for our heart and our spirit on this beautiful day that we have to spend together. Slowly come up. And coming into a psalm of praise, Ashrei. So bringing our awareness now to every living thing, every molecule, every bit of energy in the universe. We're going to start to do some circling. So remember that white light at the top of your head? Imagine it's a pencil and you're going to start drawing a little circle on the ceiling. Let's go around to the right side, clockwise, nice and slow. I've got my hands here still in my mudra, but feel free to do whatever you need. Now reverse direction. Draw the circle in the opposite direction. Good. Now stop. Go the other way and just make the circles bigger. So if you could go a little bit down the chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder, head back, and then left ear to left shoulder, nice and slow. If you have neck concerns, be very careful with this head roll, but be very mindful of any tightness. Release it. Go the other way to the left. Left ear, left shoulder. Inhale. Head back. Exhale. Right ear to right shoulder. Inhale. Head down. So a few more of those. Continue to ride the waves of your pranayama breath. Full breath. Mate me in the middle. Let's start moving our body. So stir the pot. Nice and slow. Left. Forward. Feel your spine going all directions. Left. Forward. Right. And back. And left. One more time. Oops, that's no good. Hold on a second, everyone. Keep your circles going. Oh, my goodness. Okay. And circling to the other way. This is our circling song, so we're just going to keep going. Let's add our arms. And breathing and circling all the way down. If you can go a little bit bigger, do that. And then stop and go in the opposite direction. All the way around. Allow your spine to release. And breathe. Inhale up. Let's do a nice twist to the back. And inhale up. And twist to the back. Look behind you. Allow your drishti to draw your head behind you a little bit. And breathe, inhaling, drawing energy into your palms, down your midline, and giving a prayer of gratitude, of joy. Ashrei. And release. Let's stand, my friends, but very slowly bring yourself to your feet. Okay, so praise Yah. So let's inhale, exhale, step your foot out, about 3 feet out. Make sure that your toes are aligned sort of at a 45-degree angle. We're going to start with Goddess. So inhale and gently bend your knees. And if you're in a chair, you could do this exact same thing, just like this. And then bring your arms up, heart open, palms forward. Draw your shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, a little bit lower. Praise Yah for the air and the water. Inhale. And exhale, bring yourself up with palms forward, knees straight, heart out. Full extension of your arms and legs. And feel every blessing coursing through your body. Inhale, exhale one more time down into Goddess. And bring your hands to your straightened legs. Extend your head forward. Inhale, exhale. Run your hands down your legs and extend your head to the opposite wall. And finally, release shoulders to the floor. Forward, hold wide-legged. Now, if you want to use a bolster and come all the way down, and breathe into your lower back. Let anything you don't need fall away from your shoulders. Let go. Let go of control. Release anything that you don't need. If you need to come out at any time, feel free to do that. Or if you need to modify because you have lower back issues, you can always bend your knees and bring your elbows to your knees. And slowly slowly begin to hinge up. Extend your head. Hinge up. Slowly rolling up. Come into Tadasana, mountain pose. Heart up. Inhale. And release. Praise Yah. And let's begin. Let's do our Spirit's Rising flow. So this is Surya Namaskar, Sun Salutation. You can do this in a chair as well. Just modify using your arms. So come to the front of your mat. Inhale. Arms up, reverse swan dive all the way down. Exhale, fingertips to the mat and bow. Inhale, fingertips to your shins, straighten out your spine, head to the far wall. Inhale, exhale, hands down, put your right foot down. Inhale, left foot down. And downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths. Inhale, and as you exhale, press those heels into the mat. A nice downward dog. Cup your hands and release the pressure on your wrists. You can use your chair for this too. Inhale, lift your right leg, 3-legged dog. And put it back down. Inhale, left leg, 3-legged dog. Inhale and put it down. Good. Inhale. And drop your hips, or you can always place your knees on the mat if you need to. Plank. Inhale, exhale. Chaturanga Yoga Push-Up into Bhujangasana, Cobra. Inhale, exhale, push back. Lift that right leg one more time. Inhale, exhale, and draw your right knee into your chest. Place it between your hands. Inhale, left foot meets right. Inhale, arms all the way up. And prayer. Inhale, do the other side, fold all the way down. Exhale, fingertips to mat. Inhale, half fold. Extend your head. Exhale, left foot back. Inhale, exhale, right foot back. Downward dog. Inhale, this time we're going to skip 3-legged and just drop our hips down into plank. Inhale, exhale, Chaturanga Yoga Push-Up into Baby Bhujangasana Cobra. Inhale, exhale, downward dog. Push through your heels as you inhale. Lift your left leg all the way up. Inhale, draw that left knee into your chest. Exhale, inhale, put it in between your hands. Inhale, right foot meets left, forward fold. Inhale, exhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Na, 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 na. And hands at heart center. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. And come to the center of your mat. Spirit, Spirit rising. Spirit rising. Spirit rising. Our Spirit rising. Sun salutation. Love that one. Oh, we're going to move, my friends, into a blessing for ourselves today, love for ourselves. So this is our chair Our chair pose, I call it a flow, but we're just going to do some different expressions of chair. So inhaling, feet about hip distance apart, ground both feet into your mat. I like bringing my hands to my creases of my hips. Inhale, exhale, and sit right back down into your chair. If you're in a chair, come to the edge of your chair, feet on the floor. And then when you're ready, inhale, exhale, and bring that love and blessing for yourself into your hands. I like creating a globe or a circle that I can look like a big ball of blessing and love. What is it that brought you to your mat today? What is it that you need for yourself? Breathe. You can also extend your hands out, send love out to the world. And inhale, step into your feet and come up. And shake them out a little bit. We're going to go down again. So once again, fingertips at hip creases. Inhale. Sit right back into your chair. Bring that love into your hands and heart. Send the love out into the world and bring it into your heart center. Inhale, let's look behind us and bring our right arm back. A little twist behind. It also helps you forget how much your legs and your knees burn. Inhale. Exhale, left arm back. And if you're in a chair, you can easily do this as well. And inhale. And step into your legs. Bring our feet a little bit farther apart. One of my favorite poses, Shavasana. Hands into Anjali Mudra. And if it's available, when you can come into Yogi Squat, stretch out the groin and your legs. You can bring your hands down to the floor if you want. Or just stay here. Soften your gaze, smile in your heart. And bring that love into your heart. And hands to the floor. Gently come up. And slowly roll up or hinge up. And arms inhale all the way up. Feel that love and the balance coming into your heart. Ahava, love. So with this love in our hearts and spirits, come to the side of your mat. We're going to step into a triangle flow. And if you're in a chair, you can do this. Just bring one knee here, one leg out, and go from side to side. Same on the other side, okay? We're going to do this. Inhale, exhale, step out. Right toes to right wall. Inhale, exhale, swivel your left hip open and open your arms. Bring your arms up. Inhale, exhale, drop your shoulders. Inhale, lean way over that front leg. Exhale, come in, triangle, gazing at your thumbnail, your drishti. Stretching up with your left hand, down with your right. Listen to your inner voice. Inhale, exhale, come into reverse. So left hand on left back thigh, right arm over. Stretch your right side. Open your heart. One more time down into triangle, whichever place you're at. Either come down all the way to the mat or keep your hand on your shin, looking up. If that's available, or you can always keep your head down if your neck is talking to you. Breathe. It's the one thing you have to keep doing. And reverse. Inhale, exhale, go directly to the other side. Left toes to the left wall. Right toes dialed in at 45-degree. Inhale. Exhale, drop the shoulders way over that left leg and bring your right arm up. Gazing at the thumbnail, stretching right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, right hand to right back thigh, left arm over. One more time down into triangle, just like you're a windmill in the wind. And reverse. Right hand, right back thigh, left arm over. Good. Slowly bring your toes together, hands at heart center. Listen. Listen to the still small voice within. And while we're in Tadasana in mountain pose, keep your toes together. Bring your hands down to your sides. Really strengthen this pose by lifting through your spine. We're going to take a moment to stand on the shoulders of those ancestors and those people who came before us, who may no longer be with us, upon whose shoulders we stand. They are holy. Their memory is holy. Their spirit is in us. So imagine that their spirit comes up through your legs, and then it comes into your heart, into your hands, into your mind, and into your spirit. Inhaling, arms up, and clasp your hands together. Look up. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Draw your arms back and then gently fold your body to the left. So really open the right side of the body, swaying palm. Inhale. Stretch all the way up. And as you exhale, draw your arms to your ears and gently over to the right side. And breathe. Inhale. Lift up. 3 times up on your toes if you can. Kadosh. 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 Release the left arm down. And just bring your right arm over. So you can use your left hand to bring you a little bit farther down. Inhale, exhale, over to the other side, right hand, right thigh, left arm over, a little bit farther. Inhale, exhale, both arms up, and fold away, and clasp your hands behind your back. Open your heart and draw your palms down between. Oh, open your heart, draw your shoulders together, and breathe. One more inhale. Release your hands, come all the way down into a nice, easy forward fold. If you can get to the floor, that's great. And release the back of your legs. Bend your knees, hold up, and release your hips. Step your feet out, and let's do hallelujah arms. I created this hallelujah just for this move. Really pat yourself. Give yourself a good release. Feel your spine and all your chakras flowing with color from the roots to crown, from crown to root. And breathing. Hallelujah. 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 And release. We're going to transition, my friends, nice and easy and slow back to our mats on all fours. I like using a blanket for this. So if you've got a blanket or if you're on a rug, it's perfect. Bring yourself back to the mat. This is our Moda Ani gratitude flow on the mat. So let's start in tabletop. And let's stretch out a little bit by just breathing all the way down into our back. And as we start hearing this music come in, we're going to start some little hip circles. So little hip circles to the right. Nice and easy. Moda Ani, I'm grateful. What are you grateful for today, my friends? What do you want to bring blessing to? And after you do 3 times in that direction, go to the left, nice and slow. Release the lower back and breathe. So 3 times in that direction and just 3 times in the other direction, and make it a little bit bigger. You're almost sitting back in child's pose and then coming forward. Feel the spine release. Meet me in tabletop. Inhale, lift your tail and look up. Cow. Exhale. Inhale. Push your shoulders through towards your hips. Angry cat. Inhale, lift your tail, lift your funny mind, your face to the heavens. Inhale, exhale, angry cat, drop your chin all the way down. Try to gaze as low as you can to your knees or your belly button. Go back and forth a few times at your own pace. And meet me at tabletop. Reach your right hand out like you're going to shake someone's hand. Extend your left foot back. Bird dog, and breathe. Your gaze should be down in front of you. Your smile at your lips, and breathe. And drop that right hand down. Sit back into Balasana, child's pose, and wiggle your tail. And that feels so good. What are you grateful for today? And back in tabletop. Extend your left hand out like you're going to shake someone's hand. Press that right heel into the back wall and breathe. Gaze is down. Up and back. Smile on your lips. One more deep breath. And drop that hand, and once again, nice and easy, back to Balasana. Really stretch your arms forward, stretch out your shoulders. Place your third eye on the mat. Or if you'd like to stack your fists, or if child's pose is too much for you, just open your knees a little bit and use your elbows. We're going to come down on our belly for this last pose. So your elbows are under your shoulders for Sphinx. Ardha Bhujangasana. Extend your neck out. Send your blessings out to the world. Say your gratitude. Are you grateful for? Breathe. Release. Inhale, exhale, push yourself back to easy Balasana. Extend your hands out, stretch out your shoulders. Bring yourself up to sitting. Perfect. And cross your feet and sit down. We're going to bring ourselves into some core exercises. Lo ira. Let us not be afraid of strengthening. Let's start with just seated boat. So allow your knees to draw up, and as you inhale, bring your hands under your knees and just rock back. And if you're sitting in a chair, you can balance on your sit bone in your chair by lifting your knees. Breathe. There's a lot of different levels you can do this, so if you want to stay here, you can. If you need to come back to the mat, or if you'd like to extend your legs out, inhale, exhale, and then your arms, and breathe. I like palms up into your hands. I place and breathe. One more breath. Good. Now bring your hands under your knees and slowly drop. Good. Bring yourself down to the mat. I'm going to put a blanket under my head. Feet are flat on the mat. Inhale, palms next to your body, and push through your feet into half bridge. Draw your shoulders together. Inhale, exhale. And if you'd like to lift one leg up and breathe, that's an advanced move, but try it. And drop it down. Inhale, exhale, left foot up. It can be flexed or pointed, it doesn't matter. Just keep your knees straight. And foot down. Push through your feet. And drop your spine down to the mat. Gather your knees to your chest and rock. Drop your feet to the mat in cobbler's pose, so allow your knees to fall out to the side, the soles of your feet together, arms up over your head. and breathe.
You are with me. I am not afraid.
You are with me. I am not afraid. You are all with me. I am not afraid. A moment of memory, my friends. So please call to mind someone who you've lost and who you'd like to remember. I'd like to bring to mind the more than 400,000 Americans who've lost their life to COVID. Now, you can either bring your feet up on a chair, the side of your couch or your bed, or stay on your mat. Inhale, exhale, just lift your right foot up, grab behind your leg, behind your knee, and just rotate your foot to the right. And as you do that, allow any grief that you might be holding to flow out through the top of your feet. If you want to call the name of a loved one out loud, please do so. Inhale, and as you exhale, drop your right ankle onto your left knee and pull back. And release the grief from your right hip. And breathe. Both feet onto the mat. Press your left foot into the ceiling. Gently grab behind your knee and rotate your left foot to the left and right. Allow any grief you might be feeling to flow out through the top of your foot. Inhale. Exhale, drop your right ankle, your left ankle onto your right knee and pull back on that right knee and feel the left hip release. Breathe and release. Release that leg and once again gather your knees to your chest. Rock from side to side, gathering the love that you share with them to your heart. And gently drop your knees to the right and look to the left. Open your heart and release. Good. Inhale and draw your knees gently to the left. Bring your arms out to a T and look to the right. Opening your heart to memory and to love and to blessing. And grab a blanket if you need one. Bring your arms down to your sides and your feet out in front of you. Shavasana. Well-earned Shavasana. Settle down into your mat. This is Shalom Savassana. And that wind you hear is from palm trees. And that hooty owl is off in the distance. When you're on a warm beach or in a relaxing place that you love to be. You're bringing yourself into a state of peace and rest. And as you inhale and exhale, you find yourself sinking deeper into a relaxation cocoon, a warm space. And a warm blanket being drawn up over your feet. Over your legs, over your hips, which gently rotate outward. This warmth comes up over your hands and your belly. Up to your heart, being tucked in under your chin. And a sense of peace and shalom manifests itself from the top of your head and your crown, your keter, down through all the chakra colors, purple and blue, green and yellow, orange, red. All the way down to your feet. You imagine that everything is as it should be in the world. Everything is at peace. Feeling the mat beneath you, wiggling your fingers. Deepening your breath and wiggling your toes. You draw your knees into your chest, you gather them. And when you feel ready, draw them over to the right and make a pillow of your arms and a blanket of your knees. Allow this sense of inner peace to be brought into your mind, body, and spirit. You can use it anytime you need it. And bringing yourself up to seated. Thank you all for spending this hour with me. I hope that you heard the sound of your soul. I invite you to join me again as we continue to ride the waves of mindfulness and of healing. I want to wish all of you a day of rest, of love, of peace. Namaste.
Lisa, I have a question for you. It's Leslie.
Yes.
I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It was just so cool to combine Judaism and yoga together.
Yeah,
but I have a question for you.
Yes.
Would you consider, I assume you're going to make the CD available for purchase at some point. Would you consider doing it two ways? One with just the music and another with the instruction that you gave this morning?
Well, it's funny you should ask that. I'm writing a new book. It's called the Yoga Shalom Handbook. And in this handbook, it's going to have all the yoga practices that I've been teaching over the last year, actually a little since August, not that long. And they're going to be like, it's going to be like 18 practices, and there will be all the instruction, the sequences. There's going to be a sidebar of Kabbalah, and Orna Trigaboff, who's a Kabbalah professor, is going to write that. And then we're combining some artwork, and Sandy Pond is doing the illustrations. It's going to be amazing. So it's going to be exactly that. And then we're going to have a Facebook group that will support it. And all the practices are on my YouTube channel. And the CD, which I am going to release eventually, not yet, will be available to download. It's digital. I'm not going to do physical CDs because we're not touring and there's no way to sell them. But you could get it on Spotify, Bandcamp, iTunes, and everywhere else. Once I finally finish it, I'm not exactly done with all of the details yet, but I will be very, very soon. So thank you for that.
But would you be able to put the instruction right along on with the music rather than a separate book to refer back to?
Well, sure. I recorded this practice and I'm going to put it up on my YouTube channel, and then you'll be able to listen to it. You could even play it for your groups. You could put it up on YouTube and put it up, and your groups can do the practices, which that's kind of what it's for. And then I'm going to be doing some trainings also. Jody,
how do we get to your YouTube channel? Last question, sorry.
Just Google. I'm going to put it in the chat room. It's just Cantor Lisa Levine. And if you Google me on YouTube, you'll find all of my videos. I think there's 38 yoga videos up there right now, and all my worship music and lots of other concerts and other stuff. So please subscribe. It'd be really nice if you could subscribe to my
Cantor Levine, it was my first time today coming into your session live, because with the snow, all my work was canceled. So it was so, your music, the music was absolutely beautiful. But for my first time coming in, you were so easy to follow, the flow, the music. So, I was just absolutely amazing, because, not instructors are easy to follow, or they trip over the words, or they're stuck. And even when you had to go over and just fix the music, it was seamless. It was just amazing. So thank you. I was so happy to be able to tune in live. So beautiful.
Thank you. I owe Steph and the online yoga school and Ayurveda Center for helping me do my cueing, my sequencing.
Amazing.
They really gave me a deep dive into everything yoga that I'm still learning, of course, but I intend to incorporate many of the things I've learned in my 100-hour training in the handbook. It'll include chakras, but it's also the spherotes, which is the Kabbalistic energy centers, mudras, and there are mudras in Kabbalah too. There are not a lot of them, but there are, and every single, and a musar is the yamas and the niyamas. So every element of Judaism is going to be paired with a yogic theme, and it's going to be awesome. And then you'll
And
have
that's
all
what-
these sequences. That's what
Yeah,
the
and we
book's
don't have
doing.
that anywhere. There's nothing like this to combine our Judaism. And you also gave us space to move on our own as well. You didn't just, there was place for us where we could just have some of our own time before you moved on. And I don't think there's any, I don't recall any instructors doing that or so.
Thank you. And the Kaddish prayer I composed was because when I teach in conferences, everyone's always asking, well, you didn't include the Kaddish. And I really wanted to do that prayer, as a chant, so that people could say Kaddish while they're doing yoga.
Yes.
Right?
And I had people come through from, thank you.
Yeah.
Lisa, in addition to the instruction being flow so well and is so clear, with my eyes closed, I can follow everything without having to actually look at you. I do sometimes watch you, but that's really good. But in addition, what I find really remarkable is your ability to do the guided meditation, not just the instruction for the movements, but the visualization, which I think is done really well. And the music was just fabulous, just beautiful.
Thank you. I think the visualization is my style of teaching. Every yoga teacher has their own style. My friend Susie Beiersdorfer's here, and we've been friends since we were in ballet together when we were 5 and our whole lives. And Susie's a yoga teacher and also a yoga nidra teacher. And I think every yoga teacher will tell you that everyone has their own style, and mine is a spiritual style. And I learned that spiritual style from the yoga teachers that I studied with. I didn't like a teacher when I went there and they just told us to get in a pose, and then she would adjust me and say, oh, you're doing it wrong. No, I love a yoga teacher who'll say, bring that into your heart center, and what's your sankalpa, what's your intention. And that's how I learned to incorporate the Judaism that I work with into the yoga. It was how I began imagining that, and that's sort of the way that it's gone for me. The Ayurvedic, yes, I'm doing another training on Ayurvedic work, but I do have a 5 elements practice, and that's Ayurvedic. And I'm going to be learning more about Ayurvedic practice and incorporating that. And there is going to be a chapter in the handbook about it. Yay, thank you for asking. Gloria?
2 things. You mentioned the book that you are planning coming up, and you called it a workbook. What did you call it?
A handbook.
I just think it should be a body book.
That's a body book. That's great suggestion. I get, it's a work in progress. I'm meeting with someone about it. A body book. I love it. Yeah, why not? The Yoga Shalom body book.
I just wanted to say.
Do I have to give you credit, Gloria? No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course.
The other thing is watching your new. What I got on YouTube when I saw your practice, and you are not using the looping system, right? You are in zooming, so you zoom here and there and this and put it together. Whereas if you were in a musical group, you just be pushing your foot and holding it and voice over your own voice. But what you're using is zooming.
That's true. But there are technical issues with that. And the reason I don't publish live on YouTube is because this is a closed class. And I don't want to, these are you all, I know all of you, and I would be too nervous for one thing.
Appreciated the Kaddish prayer at the end also, because that's always such a serious thing. We never, we never say that prayer in any other way, but this was like a different way to pray, I guess. And
it is a difference. It's called embodiment. It's prayer embodiment. And I guess depending on what religion or what belief system or theology you have, it might be difficult if you're an atheist, for example. But yoga is not a religion. And I don't think in the way that we do this practice, it's very ecumenical. A person of any faith could use it. And also it's not dogmatic because you don't have to do anything. It's just an invitation to maybe a deeper meaning to your life, that whatever you might believe, you could maybe expand it and look at it through a different window. And I love the idea that you could take this practice and this music and do any class you want, any moves you want. You know, you might hear Spirits Rising and decide you want to do a warrior series, which is what it started out as, and then I switched it. Or the Moda Ani, the gratefulness, that was going to be a sun salutation, and I made it a mat move. But what's valuable about this CD and the music for me is that now I can combine it with my other CD from Yoga Shalom, and now I have some choices. I can use the Baruch Hu that I wrote for this, Praise Yah, which I love, by the way, and I'll probably use in prayer at some point if we're ever live again, or healing circles or drumming circles. And the other Baruch Hu that I have in Yoga Shalom, which is actually composed by Craig Taubman, but I do love that. And that brings me to another point. I licensed the music for Yoga Shalom from a lot of other composers. This CD is my music, so there are no copyright issues. I can use it on YouTube, I can monetize it, I can do anything I want with it, and no one has anything to say about it. So there's that. That's my favorite thing about writing music. And I think, oh yes, and my Misha Berach is in Yoga Shalom. But I would end this practice with, hear our prayer, hear our prayer. We would do the Misha Berach. But I couldn't do that today because it wasn't part of the file that my engineer sent me, and I didn't want to have to futz around with technology. So, but when I create my Spotify playlists, which you've seen, and you can see when they're on Spotify, you can see those playlists. I can put in any song I want. So I'll always end with a healing circle, always. I mean, that's my intended, that's what I like to do, is to end with a healing circle. Jody.
I just wanted to say that I was looking forward all weekend to this. This was the most beautiful way to start the month, to start the week. And I love the new music. I've been doing Yoga Shalom forever when it was first out and you came to my temple, and this is just a beautiful addition to it. So thank you, Lisa. It was just beautiful.
Thank you. I hope everybody will share the video and talk about the music. When it is released, I hope it'll get a lot of good buzz, and that yoga studios will use it. It's kind of specific, but heck, I use Sanskrit yoga music all the time. So hopefully Hebrew yoga music will become Diane Bloomfield. Yes, of course, Torah Yoga. She's a great teacher.
This is Dykema, who, started the the Hebrew kirtan. And we were at a Kala when she was just checking with Solomon to produce that.
Thank you. Thank you. Love you, Susie, too. Thank you for coming. Just thanks everybody for being, thank you, Loira, thank you. Yes, one of my favorite healing songs now. So I hope that everybody will check out my website, cantorlisalevita.com, go to my YouTube channel, subscribe. And I'm going to be back here next Monday. I'm probably going to use a playlist combining both of the book and the new stuff, and do something a little bit shorter. This is quite a long practice, but it was my final project, so I really wanted to end with a long practice. And next week we'll go back to our regular weekly and check my email and about what the theme is going to be. It's probably going to be a warming practice. Yeah. So glad you could all be with me. Wish you
Love you.
Namaste.
Thank